I had friends in college. I'm nervous saying this out loud. I had
You knew a guy who had friends in college.
I knew a guy. I once met somebody at a party who is now dead and knew people. No, I had friends in college who kidnapped Texas A&M's mascot, which is a border collie.
Yeah.
Wow, they got Reveille?
They were the guys who got Reveille the first time.
Jesus.
Like, there's a group of cadets at Texas A&M called the Corps. But they're not actually ROTC. They're like an offshoot of it. I'm not sure how the distinction, but one of their duties is to guard the mascot for A&M, which is their mascot for the school is not really a dog, but they have this dog that it goes everywhere. It goes to class. If it barks in class, one of the traditions is everybody gets to go home. The class is dismissed. And they always made a big deal about the fact that the dog had never, it was the only college mascot that had never been kidnapped.
No.
And my buddies were like, well, then we'll just kidnap it. And they totally did it. They kidnapped the dog. And when they got the dog, it's like normal college prank. We kidnapped the dog. Nope. A&M was like, that dog is X amount of value. We're pressing felony charges against whoever has this thing. They were freaked the fuck out.
What were they going to do with the dog afterwards? What did they plan on doing?
You keep it till like after a football game, then you return it.
Then you return it.
Yeah, you take photos with it, or not
like,
with it, but you take of it.
If it's the early 1900s, they would kidnap Bevo and then eat it. They did. They ate our mascot. The mascot for UT.
He's a cow. He's the longhorn.
Yeah, Bevo's the longhorn. Yeah, it's the cat.
I had no idea. I don't know.
He's a guy.
You didn't know what Bevo was?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, my buddies, they had Reveille, and they were
what happened?
They were hunted. They were scared shitless.
That's dangerous though, because if I had stolen a dog and all of a sudden everyone's trying to find the dog, I would probably quickly bury it. Like kill it and bury it. Well, how would you give it back without being caught?
They had to go to the lake.
I don't know.
And
I'd panic.
they tied her to a tree. They put her leash. They tied her leash to a tree, and they called a radio station, a sports radio station, because it was a huge story on all the sports stuff. And they said, if the dog's out there, please go get the dog because she's tied to a tree in the shade and she's fine. I can't forget what time of year it was, but it was totally fine to do this. And then they had to, because they were so concerned, they stayed close. I mean, they weren't trying to hurt the dog.
Right. Yeah.
But then this very traditional college prank to steal a mascot. That's totally normal. It is. It's totally normal.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how did they get the dog away from the Corps? Like doesn't the dog sleep in a room with
I can tell you the whole story. So there's one person who is assigned as the caretaker for the dog.
Did they kill and eat that guy?
No, no. Unfortunately, this is a real human impact of this story. Is that dude was basically run out of school?
Jesus.
Yeah.
So so how'd they get the dog out of this guy's place?
They just went. They opened the back gate and they went, "Come here, girl." And she just walked up, and then they just walked away with her.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man.
And I think that was part of it too. Is that they didn't steal it from the school. They stole it from I shouldn't say the word stolen. They
borrowed.
They pranked her away from a personal residence, and that was part of it as well. And they were going to press charges and all this stuff.
So this person, their friends got away scot-free?
I don't know anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a great story.
God, when I look up Reveille and I look up kidnap in Wikipedia, Reveille doesn't come up.
So again, this is how extreme it gets. Reveille, they have multiple Reveilles because dogs die over time. And they have a graveyard for Reveille outside of the stadium. So they built another scoreboard outside of the stadium so you can see a scoreboard from the graveyard for these dogs. That's how extreme sports mascots are.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I've never seen a tradition so strong as Reveille, said somebody who goes to him. She's the highest ranking member of the Corps of Cadets. That's dumb.
That's sad.
No
I mean, do the cadets have to salute the dog?
I think they might have to. I think they might have to.
You just stand in attention for the dog.
Yeah.
So
there's a bunch of dead dogs in the stadium.
yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could steal all the bones and make a super dog.
It just makes you wonder if they
How would you make a super dog out of the
super dead
skeletons of dogs?
I don't know, it'd be 6 times the size of a regular dog, wouldn't it?